the world. Also, I post on Mondays and Thursdays, so hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future episodes. So today we're gonna head down under to Australia. Here are just a few of their urban legends, and there is titled that they're spooky Aussie urban legends that will keep you up at night. Luna Park Ghost Train Fire. On June the 9th, 1979, a devastating fire in Luna Park's ghost train ride, said to be the result of an electrical fault, claimed the lives of 7 people. 3 of the victims were Damien Godson, along with his father and 4-year-old brother, in what may have been made for an eerie foreshadowing to the tragedy prior to their demise. The Godson family had been waiting for a ferry from Circular Quay to Sydney's Luna Park when they were approached by a satanic-looking figure dressed in a loincloth, mask, and horned headdress. The man reportedly came up to the family, placed his hand on 6-year-old Damien's shoulder, and a photo was taken. To this day, no one knows the identity of the man dressed as the demonic figure, but some believe that the horned man resembled the god Moloch, who asked for children to be sacrificed through fire or war, while others believe the man had been linked to a local satanic cult. Picton Tunnels. The most famous of the Picton Tunnels in NSW, the Mushroom Tunnel, was the first railway tunnel used by NSW Railways. During World War II, the tunnel had been used to store weapons and ammo. It's also said to be a hub of paranormal activity after seeing its share of self-unalivements, red rum, and accidental unalivements. Many who have braved the tunnel have reported strange lights, cold spots, strange voices, and dark figures. self-unalivement after gambling within their establishment. According to the legend, there are several secret passageways throughout the casino and hotel in order to allow for the discreet removal of deceased patrons without alerting other guests. Despite Crown constantly shutting the rumors down, many continue to believe the whispers. Wakehurst Parkway, a stretch of road spanning from Narrabeen in Sydney's northern beaches. The Wakehurst Parkway is well known to locals as a hot spot for paranormal activity, with many vehicular unalivements occurring along the 14.6-kilometer stretch of road. Spooky anecdotes range from seeing strange humanoids on the roadside to the unsettling urban legend of Kelly. According to the legend, Kelly appears as a young girl who either stands in the middle of the road or appears in the back seat of cars. Apparently, if you don't demand she leaves the car, the motorist will crash. The road has also been associated with gruesome crimes over the years, such as in 1994, when 34-year-old Stephen Dempsey was shot in the heart with a crossbow at Deep Creek Reserve on the west we have seen it. This is a famous story that has haunted Sydney for years about the mysterious Black Panther of the Blue Mountains. End quote. Hawkesbury River Monster. Described as Australia's own Loch Ness Monster, the Hawkesbury River Monster has said to have been first sighted thousands of years ago by the Daruk people, who reportedly depicted rock art that showed an unknown beast with a long neck, large body, and two flippers. According to Australian naturalist Rex Gilroy, who has been researching the creature for several decades, it is believed alive and well, with he and his wife, Heather, collecting eyewitness accounts. Quote, in recent years, there have been sightings of creatures surfacing as far up as Windsor. The latest was in the St. Albans, where there was a report of a 25 to 30-foot creature spotted swimming in the river. Some people had been out fishing, saw it swimming past the jetty where they were standing, with a snake-like head about a meter or so above water. End quote. Rex believed the creature could be a prehistoric plesiosaur, an aquatic dinosaur, which has been extinct for 70 million years, allegedly. Drop bears. According to the Australian Museum, drop bears can be found in the densely forested regions of the Great Dividing Range in southeastern Australia. However, there are also some reports of them from southeast South Australia, Mont Lofty Ranges, and Kangaroo Island. When institutions such as the aforementioned Australian Museum are in on the joke to such a degree that the species Thylarctos plummetus has its own fact sheet, it's no wonder tourists are confused and not a little afraid. Once prey within view, the drop bear will drop as much as 8 meters to pounce on top of the unsuspecting victim. The initial impact often stuns the prey, allowing it to be bitten on the neck and quickly subdued. The Yowie. Researcher Dan Harrison released video which uses thermal technology to identify what he believes are 2 9-feet tall yowies in the wilds of Springbok Brook National Park. Common in Aboriginal legends, yowies are often described as an Australian version of Bigfoot. The 5 o'clock wave. Just to be clear, it doesn't get more landlocked than Wagga Wagga, but the town does have an excellent beach on the Murrumbidgee River, doesn't. But it sure is fun to watch those waiting for it. Tasmanian tigers. Although declared extinct in 1936, as recently as February, the president of the awareness group of Australia was touting a quartet of photos showing not just one Tassie tiger, but a family of 4 moving through the bush. The shots were debunked, but every few years whispers resurface of their existence. The Hanging Rock Vanishings is literally a story. Joan Lindsay's 1967 novel about the disappearance of schoolgirls Miranda, Marion, and Irma, and their teacher Miss McCraw on Valentine's Day in 1900 is an undisputed Australian classic. Its masterstroke is the fake news. Fake news clipping at the back of the book detailing the tragedy. Peter Weir's 1975 film only heightens the mystery to such a degree that many people continue to believe it is based on fact. The Curse of Devil's Pool. Local indigenous lore centers on the tale of young Yindinji woman named Ulana, who married a tribal elder called Waranu. Problem was, she fell in love with Dika, or Daiga, a man from another tribe, and the pair were pursued into the bush. Eventually captured, Ulana escaped and fatally threw herself into the boulders, calling for her love. Immediately, the pool turned into a torrent. It has claimed at least 20 people since 1961, all but 2 of whom have been men. It is still a stunning, and safe if you follow the rules, place to visit. Bull sharks on the golf course. Back in the late 1990s, heavy floods hit the area, and the 21-hectare, 14-meter deep lagoon beside the course in Cabra, Queensland, came to house up to half a dozen of these ferocious creatures. At the Carbrook Golf Club, they subside mainly on birdies, eagles, and even the rare albatross. The Joking Doberman, Sydney, Australia. This classic urban legend originates in Sydney, Australia. According to the tale, a well-to-do couple returned home after a nice evening out to discover their pet Doberman choking in the hallway near the door. The concerned couple rushed the animal to the vets, leaving it in the care of experts. On their way home, they make it halfway up the stairs before the house phone begins to ring. wait outside and find an intruder, 3 of his fingers missing, passed out in a closet from loss of blood. Who's a good boy? The 3 witches. Auckland Domain, New Zealand. Auckland Domain is a picturesque park found in New Zealand, but it used to be swampland and was supposedly used in the 1800s to hang a trio of witches. Local stories state that to this day, lone travelers who venture into the park after dark may find themselves accosted by a lone, cackling or growling hag, which at least will give you the incentive you need to finish off your evening jog with a nice burst of speed. The bunyip in Australia. Now, it's a well-known fact that every animal in Australia wants to kill you. As if the spiders, snakes, crocodiles, jellyfish, sharks, cassowaries, and drop bears weren't enough. The Aboriginal Australians told stories of a water spirit called a bunyip, which would, in waterholes, rivers, and swamps, would drag passing travelers to their watery doom. It was apparently not a looker with a dog-like face, a horse's tail, flippers, dark fur, and tusks. A ghost haunts the Princess Theatre in Melbourne. Frederick Baker was born in London in 1850. Desperate to act, he drew from his Italian heritage, styling himself as Frederick Federici, and found success in musicals and operas. Federici joined J.C. Williamson's touring company in 1887, which brought him to the town of Melbourne. The company performed an array of shows: The Mikado, The Pirates of Penzance, and Faust, with Federici taking up the part of, I don't know how to say it, let's just call it the devil. Opening night was March the 3rd, 1888, and the Princess Theatre where the show was to be performed was packed full. Federici, as always, was dynamic on stage. During the conclusion of the play, he was lowered through a trapdoor in the floor, accompanied by the applause of the audience. Upon reaching the floor, Federici suffered a sudden heart attack and collapsed. He was unalived almost instantly at the age of 37. In the confusion of the play's conclusion, none of the cast had any idea of what had gone on. They went back on stage to take their bows, later swearing that Federici had been present alongside them for the curtain call. Federici was later buried in the Melbourne General Cemetery. His grave can be viewed there today. Since then, workers and actors have experienced strange things within the theater. unexplained goosebumps, lights flashing on and off, and some have even reported sightings of a good-looking man in 1880s dress, sometimes sitting in a chair in the dress circle, watching performances. There is always a chance, however, that this could merely be a local Fitzroy hipster. The theater's bistro is named after the enigmatic ghost, and a seat reserved for him on opening night of each new performance. It's considered to be good luck if he shows up. An section of the bridges was highly dangerous, with 16 deaths being recorded and many more reportedly hushed up. As legend